ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. There is a question asked just today, and I think looking into the importance of the question, I should answer it also today. Does meditation increases depression and anxiety in some persons? The questioner said that there are some news reports which tells that meditation is increasing depression, is increasing anxiety in some people. They are, due to practicing meditation, it has a dark side. That was the question. So, what is your opinion? I am not going to give you a straight yes or no answer. Let me discuss the issue. First thing, what is a meditation? In meditation, we try to stop the breathage of our mind, activities of our mind. We stop our desires. We try to stop our mind wandering on various objects, so that we can go to a state of no thought. In that way, we does not allow our desires to manifest. Or else one can say, not all the meditations are like this. We roam around a particular object. We take an object of meditation and fix our mind with that. And when we do that, how can it take it to depression? Depression means you are brooding something. Again and again and again, something happened to me, it has happened like this. So you go on brooding and go into depression. Some bad events happens with everybody. Or you create more desires. That is not the process of meditation. But if research finding is saying that we made a group of researchers working on some meditators, and then they see that some of them are going into depression, or some of them are going into anxiety, then they draw a conclusion that this is due to the result of the meditation. Now here many factors counts. First thing, there are independent researches done by the autonomous research institutes, by the universities. Certain peoples with integrity, and they don't have any vested interest. That will be the one type of result. Then another type of result will be when there is a vested interest. Means, say for example, some pharma company sponsoring a research so that they want a particular type of result. Because if people will become cured by just a meditation, then entire business module of the pharma companies making so much medicines will go into waste. So, research can be sponsored. That I am sponsoring you, I am financing you this much, I have to find this type of result. Or else we can say, a meditator or a group of organization, or one organization which is teaching meditation, which is promoting meditation in a mass scale, it can sponsor a research. Then finance it and can say that the outcome should be favorable to me. It can go anyway. So what type of research? Out of these three types, Ordinary readers, they don't know it. Neither they read the research paper. Some journalists write some article on that and then say, oh, you see, if you go for meditation, you will go into depression, you will go into anxiety. That is a complete wrong notion. Whether the research is done by an insider or an outsider or by an independent person. That is most important. Then, research methodology. What type of methodology is taken? What is the control group? What is the group on which the research was done? Now say for example meditation. Now you take 1000 people and they are meditating. How to verify that the meditation technique taught, each one is doing the same? Are they doing it or not? How to verify? Nowadays what happens? There are mass scale meditation some organizations are doing, maybe thousands of people. Is it possible for the teacher to take care of each person whether he is doing what he is taught to be done? If something is taught to be done and the person is not doing that, then the research will be futile if you take it, because you are not taking the group on which you are working, whether they are doing it properly or not. So there will be human errors. Another example is I am giving, another factor depends upon the meditation technique. Some techniques, they just watch, like just watch your breath or watch the sensations in the body. That means the meditator is an observer here. Now, whether that meditator is a qualified student for that meditation, you make him sit, just you watch. He may not be watching. He may not be just going on thinking and thinking and thinking. You ask him to watch a sensation. Whether he is watching sensation or not, he might be brooding. People can be just sit, close the eye, might be brooding something, not doing the meditation technique. So, certain meditations are done, given to some people. They may not be the qualified students for that. Even the teacher may not be qualified. Sometimes there are teachers who just learn and they jump into teaching. They don't go into all the nitty-gritties. That is why we have to see the person and what type of meditation technique should be given. If the person who is first doing a meditation technique, where he is a doer, he is a performer, not an observer, then you are giving some work to his mind to do, like active breathing. If someone does active breathing, you can see whether he is doing active breathing or not. Then after some period, he will be a qualified student to observe. If you don't do that, simply put directly there, then there will be mistakes. So meditation techniques, those contain active breathing and intervention with some bandhas and mudras. That means there is activity. The meditator at that time is a doer. So he will have to do that, and then he will divert his mind from his thinking. Then when he comes to a standard, develops his standard, then you want him to be an observer. Then he can observe. So it depends upon what type of technique is given to what type of students, and result will be based on that. Sometimes we find that some meditators simply sit and they go on thinking. They are not meditating. So how a researcher who is intervening If he is not an insider, does not know the nitty-gritties of the techniques, will how he follow it? So these are certain basic questions. Whether the meditator is properly meditating or not, or maybe meditating on some geometric diagram to achieve some particular power. So meditations will vary, systems will vary, accordingly the qualification of student will also vary. If you just learn from some YouTube without a guidance of a particular teacher, or some book, or some lessons, or in a large group where there is no one to pay attention to you, even if someone is paying attention to you, if he is properly qualified or not, if all these things are not taken care, and just a research is done, and some conclusion is done that research is that meditation brings depression, meditation brings anxiety, this is wrong to say. Because meditation is against the anxiety. The rule of the meditation is that you have to come out of the anxiety. You have to come out of the depression. That is why, suppose someone is in depression, he can be brought out of the depression by meditation. But you have to know that what has to be done. Some active physical exercises, some meditations based on active breathing. Now if to a person who is going on depression, I give just watch, then he will not watch, he will go simply brood and go into depression. So in this way, various factors are there. That is why just simply a researcher done some research and saying that is wrong. That means you have not properly understood what meditation is. Meditation is not to brood the things. If someone will not brood, how he will go into depression? Meditation is not to enhance the desires, rather to subside the desires, to halt the desires. Then how anxiety will come? So if there is not a proper understanding of the meditation, simply some people are meditating, you take on, and then found that some out of that some people, there are people with depression or people with anxiety, then that is a wrong methodology, wrong research methodology. So all these factors, teacher, student, researcher, research methodology, and the techniques of meditation, all these things if taken into account and then made a research, then we can say yes, this result says this. And if that is done, we see in our day-to-day life that many people due to meditation come out of depression, come out of anxiety. People who are about to commit suicide, they leave that attitude and now live a happy and productive life. So simply that the question whether this increases, yes, I will say yes, it will increase the depression, yes, it will increase the anxiety if not done properly, if not proper techniques are taught. The teacher should know which technique should be given to such a person and how he has to follow it. If that is not done, then we do a research and say that is not going to give us a proper result. I do not know that which research group conducted which research and came to this conclusion. I have no knowledge about this, but this is from my knowledge. I say that these are the things. These things, if conditions are not met, then such a research has no utility. Moreover, these research findings are ultimately going to be changed. Today there is a research, tomorrow some other research, some other result, tomorrow some other research, some other result on the same subject. And even there are many researches on the meditation which give that how meditations brings down blood pressure, how meditations brings down anxiety, how meditations bring people out of depression. That type of researches are there also many. So we have to take all the accounts into consideration, and if someone is interested in learning meditation, he should find out where has to go, where has to start learning. Otherwise, just some random way doing something without knowing the contraindications. Certain techniques have some certain contraindications. If I am giving someone a technique which has some contraindications, that person should not be given, then it is whose fault? Is it the fault of the technique? Is it the fault of the system? So accordingly, we have to understand the things. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.